What up, everybody? Robot Vice here. Today I'm going to be bringing you a commentary over a game I played just last night. I'm going to talk you through the steps and my thought processes as this game plays out. This was me playing Techies, and I'm going to tell you that it was a very short game, but it is very action-packed, and you will enjoy watching it.
Your turn to ban.
So, a lot of people always ask me, when should I pick Techies? When should I know to pick Techies? And I can't really give you like a specific answer. It's not as much about what the enemy team heroes are or my allied team's heroes are. It's more about the mentality of the players on my team. Because in these high-level games, the support players are always picking their heroes first. So people always think, you know, oh, he's just some cheese, like last pick Techies player. But for the last 6 months, I first pick this hero every single time that I play it. I first pick him every single time. And that's just how it goes in higher rated games. Now, what I look for on my team is I kind of look for some warning signs, okay? If I usually mention in the text, hey guys, if it's a good game, I'm going to go Techies. And then if I see that no one has a problem with that, or if someone says like go for it or something, or if somebody recognizes me and I have some kind of, I have another player on my team to give validity to what I'm doing, then I usually will go for it. Now, if I say, hey, I want to pick Techies, and someone on my team says, please don't go Techies, please no Techies, please don't ruin the game, blah, 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 you know, because he's just ignorant, he doesn't understand, then I probably won't go Techies, because the main thing I look for are stable, fortuitous minds on my team. So here we're laning bottom. It's a Legion Commander and I versus a Shadow Shaman and an Anti-Mage. This guy last picked Anti-Mage. So we'll see how it turns out for him. Now, this game I'm starting with the Null Talisman Fairy Fire, my classic starting build. And I get in here for first blood before my Legion dies. So I actually buy him a healing salve, and he buys one and drops it. So we have 2 more salves, and I picked up both my gauntlets of strength. Now I use my salve on him, so he has another salve for the lane. And I'm fine with that because I got so much gold for a first blood that I already have my 2 gauntlets, so I don't mind spending another 100 gold to help my offlaner. So the big thing in the laning phase you want to do, guys, is try to work with your teammate to deny creeps. Now, see how I'm pinging certain creeps to hit them, or pinging certain allied creeps to deny them? You want to try to get into a kind of a, like a synchronization, or you need to have like a symbiotic relationship in this lane. And right now, we're kind of losing the lane, and that's kind of expected. Shadow Shaman is very strong as a support. Pretty good versus me as well. Has 2 ways to disable for the blast off. And now I'm worried about my boy here. So I go ahead and I fake the blast off. Kind of keeps them off of him. And I'm worried about, I don't know, I saw him use Hex. I don't know why I was worried about a Shackle there. So that's just a misplay, me using my Fairy Fire. Maybe I thought the 1 more attack and the Forked Lightning would kill me. Or what is that? That's Ether Shock. Forked Lightning. I think I was like Dota 1 or something. Anyways, you can see still pinging creeps. And this is just the laning phase. I've already taught you guys what to do in the laning phase. The real decision making I'm going to show you guys is when it's going to come into the mid game. But we're going to go through this entire game. I'm not going to fast forward or anything. I want you guys, you know, this is the time for me to talk with you guys. We haven't done a commentary in a while. We're going to start doing more content like this, more ways I can talk you through my processes, and try to teach you guys more so than just have you guys watch the games. I haven't really come up with a schedule just yet for what I want to do, but I kind of want to start leaning towards doing like 3 videos a week, 1 like full gameplay commentary, 1 kind of like instructional, like 5 tips to playing Phoenix or something, and then maybe like 1 kind of like for fun mess around game.
You even try.
So here, my Legion's in a lot of trouble. I end up using the blast off here, and we end up feeding a kill to the anti-mage, which I'm not sure if that's worth it. It might be if the Shadow Shaman, yeah, the Shadow Shaman bought a salve for the anti-mage, so he's going to be healing back up. But, ooh, I didn't notice that during the game, but Legion actually canceled the salve. That's really big. So I'm going to tell you guys something here. Around the 2-3 minute mark, if I ever have the gold, you'll see I didn't have money for the soul ring at the time because the recipe's 200, and I had money for a sentry ward. I have noticed a trend when I am playing Techies that enemies supports that play against my Techies a lot of the time will try to get some kind of lane ward down. So here, the Shaman, he dies, and I know he's going to spend his money on wards because there's probably 2 wards in stock, and he's waiting to, he wants to get a ward down in this lane for me to deny my proximity mines. Now, I always will purchase a sentry ward, and I'll lay it approximately here to cover this area because this is a really more common lane ward spot than over here anymore. Because this scouts out this rotation from over here. It just gives you a lot of vision for everything. So I end up getting the ward kill, and now I have my soul ring. So sentry ward paid for, and I get experience for it. So just a little tip. Anti-mage backs up here. I'm kind of just like trying to keep an eye on what he's doing. So I walk over here, and I see he just blinks back into the wave. So right now, we're actually losing pretty hard. Our mid lane is losing, our top lane is losing, and our bot lane is losing. So not really the best start here, and it's funny. You'll see how this game turns out, but Batrider rotates bottom, and Batrider is unique. I wouldn't necessarily say he's a counter to Techies, but I would say he's a pretty decent lane counter in the early game. Because of his Firefly, it will actually trigger, it won't trigger the proximity mines, but he will be able to see them. So he'll be able to deny proximity mines without taking damage because they won't explode. So it's a pretty unique interaction. Same thing with like a Winter Wyvern, but Batrider's a little more reliable in that sense. So we get over here, we get some bounty runes. I believe I end up just not committing for the Shadow Shaman. And this is something, another really important point is that if I go for this kill on the Shadow Shaman, I'm most likely going to die to the Anti-Mage. But I didn't know at the time that Anti-Mage was actually rotating up to kill the Legion Commander. So he blinks in here, and they kill the Legion. But I probably could have got away with it, but it just wasn't worth it to me at the time. And I'm not sure if that was the best decision. You guys can let me know in the comments if you think I should have gone for it, with me not knowing that the Anti-Mage was going for the Legion until later. So this is the point where I'm kind of just like chilling. I'm just trying to get my experience. I say this a lot, is that if you can survive the first 10 minutes with Techies, then you're golden, okay? You can see that we're being very affected by the Techies factor in the lane. Now, this is great, but I would say I only win 50 to 60% of my lanes as Techies. because it's just really not that great of a hero. You got to realize that Blast Off, yes, in theory, it sounds great, right? Like a big nuke in the lane, you know, to silence and do great. But honestly, you have to think about it this way. If you're only hitting one person with your Blast Off, you're actually doing the same amount of damage to yourself, if not more, to yourself than to the enemy. So you got to think about how you're committing resources.
Denied.
So this is my second account. If you guys didn't know, I'll show you this real fast. I have 2 accounts right now. This was my Smurf originally. This account was about 4,100 MMR, I'd say a month and a half, 2 months ago. And now it's 6,719. I don't know why, we've just been winning a lot on this account. And you'll see this is my second account. I wouldn't even call it a Smurf anymore, but it's actually a higher rank than my main account. My main account's rank 320, and this account's rank 314 now. So they're both like the same exact MMR. So it's kind of cool. That was kind of my goal of this whole thing, was to get this second account to the same MMR as my main. And I guess we're just going to try to get both of these counts to 7K. It's about 300 MMR on each account. So that's our next goal.
Was that intentional? It looked intentional.
So I'm just trying to get to level 5. I'm considering denying myself here, but I realize that I have no rotations to make because I don't want to move out of this lane until I'm level 5 or level 6. I really don't want to leave here, and that's something you need to think about too. This is some advice for you, is you really don't want to start moving to the other lanes unless you have like an opportunity to TP in and get like a blast off on 2 heroes, you know, and turn a fight in the safe lane or something, or mid. But yeah, you need to get this level 5, level 6, so your mines have a lot more impact. They do a significant amount, significant more damage. You know, instead of 400, it's 600. You guys can probably hear my cat. He's going crazy right now. So you can see me trying to decide where I want to go, and I end up just going back bottom for the exact reasons that I just stated. It's just not worth it. There's nothing I can do in the top lane. I can go up there and spam proximity mines, but if they all get triggered and they're only level 2, I'm going to be upset because it's just not good. This is funny here. Anti-Mage is so concerned about getting rid of this proximity mine that he like doesn't even CS this wave. Just watch.
Dire's middle tower
Creeps are just being denied, and he's just trying to get this mine. Then he gets hit by one. Oh yeah, that's nice. And here we go. I end up blast offing in here. We get 1 kill. I try to get the right click on the shaman. I get him. And this is so close. If the Leshrac walked down here, I would have got a triple, but I'll take it. That's free tranquil boots for me. So not the worst. Could have gone a lot worse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We forced 4 to the bottom lane as well. So they're going bottom again now, and I really can't help this guy. This Legion's having a real rough game right now. He's 1-4, but I tell my team that I want to defend this tower, and we'll see if they respond. I forget if they did or not. I said we can defend this tower because I have this blast off ability that's pretty good. DP just TPs in the middle of all of them, and this is where I go in and I fuck up. Okay. This is something really important to note. I gotta get rid of this noise. You have to be really careful, similar to playing Phoenix with his dive. You need to be very careful with how you're using this when you're entering team fights, because any stun or any projectile that's coming at you in air while you're in air will cancel your blast off, and then you're kind of just shit out of luck, and your team will flame you. You know, that could have been a much different fight if I get that blast off. So here, this is where I notice, okay, so right now, you see what happened. This is a very, very important thing to note as a Techies player, okay? I'm actually going to go back in time just to show you. So this happens, okay? Juggernaut and Death Prophet TP bottom, okay? So we're essentially 4 bottom right now. And this is where I take advantage. I notice, hey, I'm going to farm this creep wave real fast. And then you'll see what I do. I go buy a TP, and I run to the top lane. This is one of these. This is probably the most, or in the top 5 most important timings or rotations for your hero, if not the most important. Okay. You're gonna come up here, and as soon as you get level 6, you're gonna start planting remote mines.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You want your enemy, your safe lane is going to rotate down here with your mid or whatever, and they're going to take this bottom tier 1 tower. And this is kind of a high level play. I'm not like trying to say like, oh, it's high level, but like this is like something high MMR players do. The carry will rotate down because this is the most important tower in the game for Dire to get. Okay, close. The middle one might be just as important, but these two, this tier 1 tower and this tier 1 tower, are the most important towers in the game for Dire to take. Same thing for Radiant, this tower and this tower, because this gives you access to the jungle, okay? And this allows you to take control of a different area. You can start suffocating the enemy team. So with that in mind, this is what I do. So I rotate top, and this is something you need to take advantage with as a Techies. I have the courier here with 4 clarities and my tome. So I'm kind of mad that I don't get it, but I noticed that it has a Yasha on it and DP's phase boots, so it's just like whatever. So you can see the enemy team, anti-mage, is pinging out the top tower for his team to take because he notices that our tier 1 tower is being taken. So they want to take our tier 1 tower, or their tier 1 tower is being taken. So they want to take our tier 1 tower. And this is where Techies can be really powerful because the enemies don't really notice that like I have proximity mines and shit just yet. The Shadow Shaman's level 6. He just wants to drop his Serpent Wards already. So I have 4 proximity mines down here. It's not enough to really just kill anybody, but if things go just right, we can find ourselves with a nice kill. So I end up blast offing in, and we hit all 3 of them. And we get ourselves a triple kill. And this is where the game kind of takes off. I'm now level 8, almost level 9. And I still have the Tome of Experience coming. I even buy Bane, the other tome, just because I'm so rich after that. And you're going to see, you can see me on the net worth now. Top 3 on the net worth. So now I'm level 10 at 11 minutes, and things are going very well. I pass off the tome to Bane, and now he's level 6. And I'm going to start putting proximity mines down here because I know that my team wants to push this tower because the bot tier 1's already taken. So I'm kind of just trying to keep, I'm just kind of in like an interim period, but I don't have like enough mana to go spam mine somewhere else. But I can help my team by just laying casual proximity mines in this area. Bane gets caught out here, which is just fine. And I'm just spamming proximity mines down at the moment.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, an absolutely great start for me as a Techies. You can see it's kind of funny. I was literally just top 3 net worth, and in a span of 1 minute, I'm back down to the bottom 4 just because other people are farming and I was kind of not doing anything because I was trying to secure the tower for my team, but just having a presence. Death Prophet gets gone on here. Leshrac actually hits 2 proxy mines, so we take him out.
Dire's top tower is
Put a
under
proxy
attack.
mine down on this grip with the duel, and boom. Now we're almost level 12. And I talked about this in my guide, how important level 12 is. So my team's all top and bottom, so I TP mid, because I know that's where I can get the solo experience that I need. And I talked about that in my guide as well, ensuring that you remove yourself from your teammates. This guy doesn't attack the mine, so we get a free wave, and now we're level 12. And at this point, we're kind of just chilling. I'm going to hit the shrine, and we find an ogre camp. Cool little trick with the ogre camp is your proxy mine won't one-shot the orange ogres. You have to right-click each ogre 1 time. This is something you just kind of learn over time. You right-click each orange ogre 1 time, and the proxy mine will take care of the rest. So, quick little trick as well for you. Here, I'm kind of pinging out the anti-mage. If I can get a blast off on the anti-mage, it's a guaranteed kill. Because, you know, he can't block it, and this is a 7-second silence. So, people always consider anti-mage as hard counter to techies. It can be in the late game, you know, once he gets, you know, he's naturally good because of his magic resistance, and then once he gets that level 25 talent, he's pretty unkillable with magic. But people, this is kind of, anti-mage is a big reason why I developed the strategy that I did with this hero in transitioning to a right-click carry. By the time he gets level 25 and he has this magic resistance talent, we're going to have the XP talent, and we're going to be level 25 before he even is. And then we're going to be already having our Assault Cuirass Mask of Madness. So, I don't give a shit about magic at that point. Mid's going on right now, and I'm just trying to get levels still. Trying to finish up my Yule Scepter. Bounty runes are up in 15 seconds. So I'm ferrying out my Yules and a couple more clarities. The team actually takes a pretty decent fight mid, turns out. It looked bad at the start, but ends up turning out okay.
Tis mine.
And I made a mistake here. You guys are going to see. I didn't go for the bounty runes. I'm not sure if I even could have got them. I think the anti-mage could just solo kill me in that case. But here, I'm trying to micro the courier to not die. And he blinks as soon as I look away. And he kills the courier. And that's my Yule Scepter. So, really disappointing. Here, I blast off in. I'm trying to bait him. You can see I do this quite often when I know my blast off won't kill somebody. A very tilted or frustrated carry player will often see that, like, they will think maybe I made a mistake, and they will chase me, but they're silenced for 7 seconds, so they can't do anything. So a normal, like, carry player, you know, like maybe a lower level carry player would run after me, and I would just blow them up with the mines. It's like another little trick you can do at certain points in the game. So now I've got 2 mine traps down. I see they get caught by my double proxy stasis, 1 remote trap. I take out the anti-mage. It worked out perfect. They both ran up in that perfect angle, so we take those. So now I have 2 mine traps down in the bottom area, 1 in the lane and 1 here. I didn't realize I was actually scouted by the Shadow Shaman here. That's unfortunate. I was wondering. Okay, that makes sense because I don't think this trap ever worked. So he actually gets hit by that, and then Bat gets hit by that. So I have no idea what they're doing, but just keep in mind that this is you know, rank 734, rank 850, rank 675, rank 465, and the Leshrac is rank 45. So this is like all top 1,000 North America game. And I know that doesn't mean that much, but still could just something to point out. Like, they're not chumps, you know?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Here I hit the shrine. You notice Jug's taking his farm top. I really wish that I would have had that. I wanted him to go bottom. So that's where I think ideally he should be right now. Maybe not. He doesn't have his items. Yeah, he needs the courier. But they end up turning it down bottom, which is nice. Juggernaut ends up TPing, and they end up working everybody.
Gotcha! Where'd he go?
And during this time, I'm just continuing to boost my experience. Legion's still running. Holy shit. Okay. So now now that I have this opportunity to advance, I'm pushing my mine trap up. Pushing one close here. This is a really nice mine trap when your team is taking this tier 1 tower, this tier 2 tower mid. This mine trap is like a guaranteed kill every time unless they have a ward here. This is just like the easiest like way to just get a free kill on a core after you take a good fight and kill them. You move up here and you place it right here. I mean, with this new tree spots, you could even put it right here or right here. So, as soon as I'm done laying it, boom. Top, he gets hit by some mines. I don't think it turns into a kill, but... Anti-mage is tilted. I know it's a little bit of a stomp, but I just wanted to explain to you guys my thought process as this game happens in live time. Just because it was such like, these games don't happen all the time. This was just like one of those really perfect games where everything went right. Outside of the laning phase. The laning phase didn't go too bad. I mean, I definitely wasn't like super struggling, like trying to get a soul ring at 10 minutes struggling. But it wasn't fantastic. But the rest of the game, everything just went right. It's pretty amazing. So here I walk up here and start laying this, even though I know they see it. It's kind of just like a bait trap. You know, they're going to force some sentries because they obviously know that the mines are there. And now you can see how I'm positioning my mines. I'm starting to put mines here, here, and here to take control for to take Roshan next.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And you'll see me do this quite often, is I will get these mines down around the Rosh pit, and then I will tell my team to go to Roshan, and then I will teleport to some other lane where my team isn't and continue abusing my experience talent. So I'm telling my team, Jug, take the illusion rune and go Roshan with exorcism right now. That's what I'm instructing my team to do. I'm almost level 20 at 20 minutes, so this is going pretty well. And we've got some good mine traps down. So we should have Rosh control entirely.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dark.
So I move over now. I'm pretty strong. I almost have my Ag Scepter completed. Pretty good timing. Slash Ag just TP's in and everybody's feeding.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
End up killing the Bat Rider with the previous mine spot. He was going to check the rune.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, the team was a big fan. where they were big fans of me.
Radiant's
I don't think
bottom
they've seen like a Techies at this rank with the kind of impact I had in this game.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are
So
under
here, I mean, the game's pretty much over at this point. I'm just going to go for a cube play on the anti-mage, just for funsies. I even
Radiant's
smoke up
bottom
for it.
barracks has fallen.
Kind of waiting for him to tank some tower shots or something like that. And then I'm going to go in and strike.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just like that. Like, killing the left strike and the anti-mage. Even after the game's over, they're just trying to TP away so they won't get killed in the
Radiant's middle
fountain.
tower has fallen.
I mean, everything just went right. My
Radiant's
mind traps,
ancient is under attack.
just like I don't know how to describe it to you guys. Not always, things don't always go this well.
Radiant's ancient
My
is
mind
under
traps all
attack.
turned out into kills. It was just absolutely astounding to me. And I just thought it was absolutely necessary that I upload this for you guys to see. We ended up going 15-4 in 25 minutes, and we ended up winning MVP. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I just wanted to, it's just like one of those games, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, you know, one in every 15, 20 games, you just have an absolutely perfect game. And I know it was short and it wasn't like super competitive, but it was for the first, you know, 10, 12 minutes. And I basically shut down every sense of competition that they had in this game. And I just thought it went extremely well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. There'll be more videos coming up soon on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.